Hey guys, this is Comic Colors News here. We are back at Six Flags Great Adventure for visit number 5. This is actually 2 days in a row now. This is April 5th. And I came here mainly because today there was an earthquake in New Jersey up kind of north of Middlesex and Monmouth out Westmore. That was a 4.8 magnitude earthquake. We felt it where I live, and I wanted to come check out the park and see if it affected anything here. Doesn't really look like it affected too much though, because I see multiple rides running. I saw Wonder Woman running. I just saw Zumanjaro drop. So we're here just to have a good day. I believe Ace is here as well, so hopefully we'll find him here. But yeah, I hope everyone that lives in Jersey or New York in the tri-state area wasn't affected too badly by the earthquake. There hasn't been one in a very long time in the northeastern area like this, so pretty cool, but figured I'd come make the day a great adventure out of it. From out here, I can hear more work being done on Flash. I hear a lot of like banging. Maybe they're still working on that roof from yesterday, not sure, but we'll go check that out once we get in. We made it inside the park. First, I'm gonna go take a look at Flash's construction progress. Then we're probably gonna go over to the left, check out if there's any more pieces of the timeline installed over on the red tent, and then probably go over to Best of the West. Over at Flash, there's a truck over there. Can't really tell from right here, but I did hear something going on. Change of plans, not gonna go to Best of the West quite yet. First, we're gonna go over to King Ka, which is where Ace is, so we'll catch a few rides over there. But it does look like already there has been more pieces of the timeline installed over here, so let's go take a look at that. So yesterday when I was here, they just had the first 4 panels. Now they have another one here for some of the early 80s, then another one here for the late 80s, then the early 90s, all the way into the end of the 90s. Can't wait to see it finish. This is looking really, really cool. With the Toro path being in place, I never really walk down here anymore, so I'm gonna go down here for a bit of a change of scenery. The animals are out and about, and there's a cheetah over there as well. So we just did King Ka once, and El Toro twice. Ka is currently closed. It was running one train when we were on there, but they did just put the second train on. Toro is on one train. It looked like it got a bit of a late start. We found Ace. Ace, how's your day been going so far?
Going great. I got a ride on Ka, and I finally got multiple rides on Devil and Toro.
Nice,
so
nice.
Far, so good.
We're also hanging out with Chris. He went off to the bathroom, but I'm probably gonna go to Best of the West now because I'm pretty hungry at this point. Park is definitely a lot more crowded today than it was yesterday. Much more crowded, but it looks like they are starting to get some of the trains on, more trains than just one on a lot of the rides, which is good to see. There's some big piece of equipment over there going towards Medusa. I'm not sure what that is. Looks like Best of the West is open, so let's go in there and grab a bite to eat. Here's a better look at the menu for you guys. So you get the Cobb salad, crispy chicken fiesta salad, and there's your sides that kind of snacks. Then there's all the main meals over there, Best of the West burger, a whole bunch of different burgers, mac and cheese, chicken strips, and you got your drinks over there as well. Pretty good offerings here. So I just ate at Best of the West, and it was actually really good. The burger felt different than the other burgers at the park. That's what I wound up getting, but if you couldn't tell from the video, there's pretty much no one back here, so probably a good place to come check out if you're looking for short food lines. So Ace has been here since earlier in the day. So Ace, you saw the effects that the earthquake had on the park. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
What happened was, after the earthquake, it caused the park to have massive delays throughout, so they had to retest everything like twice.
So you said that, every ride was closed for how long?
Well, near Ka and Toro, that was closed for like about an hour or two, and then the back opened up like within an hour, because I went to go eat. That's how many rides were closed. SkyScreamer opened up, was one of the first ones to open up.
Right.
And the Joker was.
Well, that's good to hear.
There, yeah.
So clearly it definitely had a pretty big impact on the park. Glad to see that they re-inspected everything, presumably made sure the earthquake had no effect. I mean, Ocean County down here, we're on the border of Ocean and Monmouth County. It's pretty far away from where the earthquake actually happened, but you're still gonna feel all the shakes from it down here. So great to see that it didn't have too big of an impact, and I don't really see any damage around, which I didn't expect anyways. There would be much more damage from a storm than there would be from this earthquake, but yeah, very interesting because we haven't seen an earthquake around here in a very long time. So came back over here to take a better look at everything. So this right here is your 1981, where Roaring Rapids was introduced. 1982, Good Time Alley. You got 1983 Freefall and Parachuter's Perch, along with the Great Lake Grandstand. Then as I move over here, we got 87 Splashwater Falls, 88 There's Condor right there in Bugs Bunny Land. 1989, of course, Great American Scream Machine, big year there. Then 1990, they got Shockwave, the stand-up coaster. 91, Adventure Rivers with all the water slides. 92, that's when a Batman stunt show was introduced, which of course led to 93 when Batman opened. 1994, looks like we're starting to get some colored pictures now. There's the Looney Tunes shop up front that is now Six Flags Universe. We got 94, which is when the Right Stuff opened. 95, Viper opened. And then 96, Skull Mountain opened. That's actually a pretty recent picture of Skull Mountain too. And the teacups were added as well. 96, Lethal Weapon. 97, Daredevil Dive. And then of course, 97/98 was Batman and Robin the Chiller. And then I'm sure we're gonna have more. From what I understand, there's probably gonna be one right here, and then it's gonna continue wrapping around this side of the red tent for as much as they need. But this is really cool to see. I was worried they weren't gonna do something like this, so seeing that this is in fact a thing, so cool. Really just makes me really happy to see the park honoring their history. And as you can see, a lot of people are pretty interested in checking it out. Now I can actually get a better view. So it looks like they have some wood over there. They got rid of the Tyvek wrap, so they got wood up there now. I'm not sure if that's the final look. Probably gonna paint it. Otherwise, I'm not seeing any people on site. You can't really see what's going on with the footers over there because it's just a big dirt pile. So I'd like to get on SkyScreamer at some point just to be able to see if those footers are done. There's that big truck right there. Otherwise though, not seeing too much different. I do see a survey thing right there. Otherwise though, not much. Move down a little bit and you still can't really see those footers I was talking about, kind of block where that dirt pile. There are some footers right there. I can't tell if they're done or if that's just rebar. And then right here we have that little building, which is a covering right there. It looks like it's open, so good to see progress going. So like I said earlier, Best of the West had no food line. Well, over here at Mama Flora's, Ace went to get food. There's a full queue in here. So like I said, if you're looking to get food and not have to wait in a line, go to Best of the West. So for some reason, Granny's is closed. I know Ace is trying to get some food, but I guess we're gonna have to wait a little bit. We're gonna go for a ride on SkyScreamer. That way we can see what the status is over there on Flash's footers. So we just got off SkyScreamer. Ace, how was that?
Great, got some great views of the construction and completed footers on Flash Vertical Velocity.
Yes, like he said, the footers look to be completely done. They just have like the actual footers for the supports to do, like the little ones, but the base footers are all done. So I'd imagine in a week or so, they will start going vertical, and that's when we're really gonna be able to see what the timeline looks like for this ride. I'm still holding out for late June, early July opening. I think it's gonna cut it close, that's for sure. I'd say if they were vertical maybe a week ago, it would be very easy for them to do that, but they're definitely gonna have to rush pretty heavily because they got a lot to do, but I'm excited to watch it all happen. So Ace went and waited out Mama Flora's. Ace, that line only took what, like 10 minutes? And it was a full queue in there, so Mama Flora's.
Best cheese stick I've ever had in the park.
Oh yeah, food here is great. Probably the best place to eat in the park. So if you see a long line over here, it will go very quick. They're killing it. And, you can see these umbrellas here. It is crazy windy. Ace, you're probably freezing right now. Yeah, it's a very windy day. I'm surprised rides are still running. I'm sure Ka is probably done for the day, but yeah, very windy today. So I wound up getting the zip up hoodie thing, the Great Adventure 50th one, because I really like the design and it fits pretty well actually. Over here at Fatburger, there's pretty much no line, which is really surprising. Usually this is pretty packed over here, but I think today is finally gonna be the day I go ride Barnstormer, if it's open. And over here at the Roller Coaster Coffee location by Nitro, they now have these menu boards up, and something really interesting is there are gelato scoops on the snack. Hazelnut, mango, strawberry cream, vanilla, lots of different flavors, and that is on the snack. So I don't know if that's at the other Roller Coaster Coffee locations, but it is at this one. It's definitely not at the one at the front. I'm not sure about the one by Toro, but can't wait to try that out. Well, today may not be the day. It looks like it is down. So while we're over here by Jersey Devil, we came across a couple fans. You guys want to introduce yourselves?
My name's ML Vlogs 2024. Subscribe to my channel, people. Yeah. I met this guy in Poland. He's famous. I subscribe to him.
Since Barnstormer's not open, next up is Nitro. So it looks like D-Train will be running this year. You can see it in there. Just got off Nitro. Unfortunately, I can't show the on rides because there were people in the picture that decided to do some hand gestures they shouldn't have. But Nitro was great. Great to get on it. Ace?
It was great.
Barnstormer is still closed, so we're going to pass on it. Probably come back on a different day. We're probably going to go over to Medusa. So we just saw Ka run, so instead of going to Medusa, we're going to go over here to Ka and Zumanjaro. Well, Ka just went down, so Zumanjaro it is. I think it's very low. They're moving very slow. This is why you come to Zumanjaro. There's nobody back here. Well, only 2 gondolas made it back. The other one is stuck up top. Well, they made it, finally. So we just got off 6 rides on Zumanjaro because there's nobody back here. No one even close to coming back here. We were on there alone for a very long time, and it was great. Able to see Philadelphia no problem on a day like today, and just getting great views overall. It was really, really great rides. Ace, how was Zumanjaro?
Spectacular. I got 6 rides on it. The most this year.
Yeah.
And great views.
It's great to be on a ride today that you don't even have to get out of your seat to re-ride, because pretty much everything else has quite the long line. Well, we figured out why we were the only ones back here. They still have the ride as closed, but it is very open. So earlier today, I'm pretty sure I did mention that there was a second train on Ka. It was actually the green one, but they are back on one train, which is pretty weird. They had run orange train and the red stripe train in the past. I think right now they're just running the red stripe train, but the green train hadn't run yet as far as I know. So it was on and then they took it off. So not sure when it'll be on 2 or 3 trains, but hopefully by this weekend, if not next weekend. So I did find out throughout the day from talking to a few operators and others that work at the park that maintenance did have to go around back to every single ride to recheck them after the earthquake hit. So good to see that the park was taking proper precautions, because obviously, like I said earlier, not something that happens all the time. It's very rare in this area. So glad to see that the park was able to open unscathed with no damage and everything is running smoothly. So I just grabbed a pretzel as my snack. I'm going to be heading out for the day though. It's not going to be the last time I'm here for spring break, but I had a great day. All things considered, it was definitely crowded, definitely cold, but it was a great day, and we hung out with Chris today. Chris, how was your day at the park?
Awesome day. Great. My man Ace came through letting me come, giving me a nice ride because I don't drive. Bus was down. We had an awesome time riding Ka. Toro was great. Last year it was so rough. I was miserable, but this year it's awesome. It's back to where it needs to be. And my old ass is ready to ride. I'm excited.
Absolutely. And Ace, how was today?
It was a wonderful day. The best day of the season so far. Hung out with my buddy Chris, hung out with my buddy you, Colin, and I found...
And Vinny too.
Yes, and Vinny. And I also hung out with John Gray. And I found a great place to eat at. Primo's was spectacular. They got the gyro on the dining plan, and they have the steak and cheese on the dining plan, which is great.
Colin from the future here to jump in real quick. Not very long after we left, there was another aftershock earthquake that was about a 4.0 magnitude, and every single ride in the park closed after that. And as I'm recording this, the park still hasn't closed for the day, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if the rides were just done for the day, but just wanted to leave that in there real quick since you don't see it in the actual vlog.
With that being said, guys, that is going to conclude today's vlog from Six Flags Great Adventure. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.